Let's talk about maximizing your study environment. So beyond the colors you use in your notes and the engagement of active learning principles that we talked about in the last video, your physical environment plays a crucial role in your cognitive performance. So your brain's ability to focus and concentrate and then, of course, retain information. So I want to go through some strategies in this regard that you might find helpful. Again, pick and choose what works for you. Not everything works for everybody. First, curate color. So let's go back to the psychology of color that we talked about in the first video. The primary colors in your environment can actually influence your mood and brain function. So warm colors like red, orange, yellow, those tend to be very stimulating and they're associated with energy and passion and urgency. While many people love these colors in their clothing and decor, they may not be the best for creating the calm and focused environment that's ideal for studying. For example, we know that red can increase heart rate. And of course, it's used in things like stop signs and various warnings to grab our attention. Now, cool colors like blue, green, purple, those are typically calming colors on the other hand. Blue is associated with calmness and tranquility. In fact, it's actually been shown to lower blood pressure. Green is frequently associated with nature and growth, wellness, rejuvenation, re-energizing, promoting a sense of balance. Purple is often linked to the artistic and inventive. So its blend of red's passion and blue's tranquility can be both stimulating and calming to the mind in just the right amounts, which makes it a favorite for people engaged in creative or imaginative pursuits. The next strategy is to get organized. So before you set out to study and sit down in a session, make sure that you have everything you think you might need at your disposal. So basic things like go to the bathroom and get something to drink, but also gathering your study materials, your note cards, pens, highlighters, books, laptops. You might even want to create a study session checklist that you refer back to every time you sit down to study. Put it in the Notes app in your phone. It's there when you need it. Next is engage your sense of smell. So a lot of people like to use aromatherapy while studying, and you can do this by burning a candle or using essential oils. Now for the oils, you can apply them topically, like on your skin, you can inhale them or just smell them, or you can diffuse them in a diffuser. So our sense of smell is the sense most tied to memory, so there's something to this. So I want to go through several scents to consider, some that are stimulating and some that are relaxing, because studying is about concentration and focus, but it's also about managing stress and anxiety, especially right before exams. So first is rosemary. It's actually considered the top essential oil for studying. Its herbal camphorous aroma is known to stimulate the mind and improve memory. Studies have actually shown that inhaling rosemary can enhance memory recall and even improve speed and accuracy on mental tasks. Like I said, there's something to this aromatherapy thing. Peppermint has a brisk, invigorating scent that's excellent for boosting alertness and fighting mental fatigue. This was my personal favorite in graduate school. So it can stimulate the brain, improve mental clarity, and help you stay focused for longer periods of time. Many people will burn a candle or diffuse essential oil while they're studying, and then follow that up with chewing mint gum or just topically applying the oil when it comes to exam time. So you've got that state-dependent recall piece working in your favor as well. Lemon and other citrus oils are energizing and uplifting scents. They can help reduce feelings of anxiety and improve concentration. One study found, get a load of this, workers actually made fewer errors when a lemon scent was diffused in their environment, which highlights its ability to promote mental accuracy. It's just crazy. Simple things that we can do, right? So next is eucalyptus, and that has a sharp and refreshing scent that's known for its ability to clear the head and improve mental clarity. It can be especially helpful if you're dealing with congestion or you kind of have some brain fog going on. It can help clear that out. Lavender is one of the most well-known essential oils for its calming properties. So while it's not a direct focus booster like some of these other oils, it's essential or it's excellent for reducing stress and anxiety. Using lavender during a break from studying or before a test itself can help you relax and approach the material with a clearer mind. Then there's frankincense. So that has an earthy, sort of grounding aroma that can help you feel more centered and focused. It's often used to reduce stress and anxiety, creating a more peaceful and stable environment for learning. And then there's vetiver, which is known for its rich, sort of earthy scent, which again, excellent for grounding and calming the mind down. It can be particularly useful for those who are easily distracted or overstimulated, helping to promote a sense of stillness and focus on the task at hand. So next strategy category is to brighten up. Now this is speaking to lighting. Lighting is really important for studying, of course, for obvious reasons. So that well-lit space is essential. Natural light is ideal if you can get it because it's less harsh on the eyes than fluorescent lighting, and it stimulates the sort of wake-up response. So to that end, stepping outside to get some sunshine for just a few minutes before you sit down to focus on studying can help wake up your brain and improve your engagement with the material. Then you can also take breaks between elements of your study session to go outside and get a bit of sun to keep that effect going as well. Next is to minimize distractions. So contrary to what some believe, the brain is actually not good at multitasking. Multitasking is totally overrated. It's near impossible to do two or more things well at the same time. You can do a crappy job of both, but we want to do this well, right? So when it comes to studying, constant interruptions from notifications, social media, or just noisy surroundings significantly reduce your ability to focus and retain information. So you can use website blockers and put your phone in a different room. You can set it to do not disturb. You can even just turn the ringer off and turn the phone face down. These things can make a huge difference because once your brain is distracted, it can actually take several minutes for it to come back online. So think about it. If you are studying and you see a text pop up, your phone screen lights up. Even if you don't read the text at that moment, your brain may spend several minutes wondering what the text might say. Now, at that point, your studying's been derailed. So minimize those distractions. Next is to use sound. So if you're like me and you sort of have this self-diagnosed ADHD thing going on and you just need some background noise while you're studying, you can play productivity music, which is instrumental or non-lyrical music, such as classical music or other music without words, at like a low to medium volume in your background. Now you do have to be careful here because instrumental versions of your song, your favorite songs or songs that you know can be distracting because your brain is trying to fill in the lyrics. That's why classical music is great. It doesn't have any words. So also many people use regular lyrical music to study, but this can actually be distracting because the brain is focusing on trying to process the lyrics or even singing along. Some people also like to use white, pink, blue, or brown noise in the background to help rule out distraction by giving the brain this sort of consistent sound and making the brain focus on fewer sound frequencies. Now, if you're into binaural beats, these are huge right now. Those in the beta and gamma ranges are best because those frequencies are believed to enhance alertness, concentration, and cognitive function. So beta and gamma frequencies. The next strategy here is to change your scenery. Studies have shown that changing your study environment can improve memory recall. So how does that work? Well, the brain creates associations with the location where you learn. So by studying in different places, you're creating multiple retrieval cues. You're like making the brain pivot, and then that makes it easier to access the information later, actually. Now you can simply study in different rooms in your house or in different chairs or on different surfaces within the same room if you're limited in that way. You can go to the library or a coffee shop as long as it's not super busy and distracting. Now, if the coffee shop is busy, but you just really need this change of scenery, you can try putting earbuds in and listening to classical music to drown out the noise and create this sort of sound cocoon that blocks out distractions and helps you stay in a state of flow. So the busyness of people moving around, you may just kind of have to keep your eyes down, but at least you can create that sound cocoon. So lots of strategies for your environment. Maybe you have some additional ideas. Drop those for me. I'd love to hear them. But lots of different ideas to try. Again, pick and choose some of the things that work for you. Some of it's trial and error, trying new things out and seeing if it works. Figure out the best program that works for you when it comes to your environment. Now we have one video left on study strategies, so make sure you tune in next time for that information.